Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
I'm headed to Beaumont. I got to sleep. I didn't sleep too well, actually, but I'm okay because my legs don't know the difference. And as I'm riding, I'm starting to realize more and more, hey look, there's Beaumont, 45 minutes, and I'm in the deep south. I'm getting deeper into the deep south. So naturally I put on some old gospel soul spirituals, right? Dr. Martin Luther King, the great Dr. Martin Luther King, spoke of the Negro spirituals, yeah? And you know, I've seen a lot of different churches, and when I think about the African American community or the black community in America, and the church, the black church in America, it's just an incredible story. I remember when I was taking history courses that the reason why that so many black churches are so musically moved and loud and filled with dancing and yelling is because when they were enslaved, they would sometimes go out into the fields, or they would go out into the middle of the forest to get together and to be ministered to by the preachers who were also enslaved, right? So these are men who were champions of God, but were enslaved as well. And so when they were there, they could finally openly express themselves in ways they couldn't do it in front of the plantation masters or the overseers. And they would wail, or they would sing, or they would be full of joy, and they would get re-inspired because they perfectly understood the circumstances they were in. But so many of them also perfectly understood the role that God was playing in their lives, even though they were enslaved. And a lot of them related to, you know, the Hebrew slavery in Egypt. And so, because of all that, from that, they developed their style of worship, their style of church, their style of how they chose to serve God. And so from that we get all these amazing spirituals, amazing doctrine from some perspectives that are just, in my opinion, they should do a book on a black history of the Church of Christ that goes all the way back to Alexandria and Clement. Clement was one of the first theologians of the Christian church in Alexandria, and he was black. And a lot of people, I don't know, like they don't know that. And one of the oldest churches in the world is the church at Ethiopia, and it was begun because of Philip ministering to this Ethiopian eunuch who was reading verses out of the Bible and he didn't understand, and Philip explained some of these things to him, and the eunuch was a very powerful nobleman and comes to understand it, goes down south back home to Ethiopia, and he begins the church there. So when I listen to the music, and now that I'm in the deep south of the US, it's just, man, it's such an incredible story of hope, victory, overcoming, achieving, and not just in one lifetime, but in many lifetimes, because they endured it for generation after generation. And even today, the black community in America continues, and this is not political, but they continue to suffer from discrimination, or from what's called internalized oppression, right? And that's the concept that a lot of people within that community have to deal with every single day. So yeah, anyways, that's some of my insights on what I'm listening to and what I got going today. Cool. So it's amazing how fast the environment changes. Just a couple hours ago, I was in the middle of marshlands and swamps, and now I'm surrounded by what seems like this huge forest. It's pretty cool. I don't know the name of these trees, like any of these, because I'm not a tree person, not because I'm from California. It's pretty cool. Still on my way to Beaumont. I'm a few hours away. I haven't had a chance to do any of the video uploads or edit just because I've been so busy. Like after I cycle, just finding places to camp or catching up on other stuff. Like, you know, I think it's just very, I like this scenery. I have a feeling that it's gonna look like this for a good part of the way. When I was scouting, I know that, look at that. Florida has a lot of this. But we're still in hurricane country, you know? It's very, very humid and warm. I'm sweating buckets, but I prefer that to the cold. Because the cold is just like, so uncomfortable. And the heat, it's okay, you know? It's not too bad, and it's not as hot as when I was in the desert. One of the things that on this trip that, like, I guess they don't tell you in videos or anything, you're gonna pass by a lot of roadkill. I'm gonna see a lot more dead animals than live ones. Look at that. Man. Hey, Moon Lady, let's go for a hike over there, huh? Yeah, very cool. Just arrived at Beaumont, in the outskirts of it. It's a really cool temple. No idea what it is. There's no signs that say what it is. Any symbols. Sorry, that was close, almost crashed. Bleep! I can bleep that out. Cool. Wait, let me do this again. Hi everybody, I've arrived at Joseph Hewitt and Catherine, is it also Hewitt?
Yeah.
Hewitt's home. They will be hosting me today. I haven't posted anything in a bit, but I will soon. Okay, cool. They're not the only people doing the lawn today. I went like 45 miles and everybody, it's Saturday. It rained a while ago, so it's like, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, cool.